Don't see one. But regardless, here we go. We're getting into the grand finals. It all comes down to this. It all comes down to these two amazing players. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on how you think this series will unfold and who you think will be this week's champion. Predictions open. There you go. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Hardled, we have our South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss representing CranKy Gaming. It is herO. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the blue Zerg representing himself, currently teamless, but deserving to be on the team, making it all the way to the grand finals here, going for a 15-15. It is DRG. Go. As a DRG, he's been very fond of this opener. He's been embracing the 15-15 quite often here in the Zerg versus Protoss matchup. For those that are curious, it is a 15 hatchery into an extractor trick, or extractor trick first into a 15 hatchery, into another extractor trick, into a 15 spawning pool. This is just a way to get your natural base on location without being disturbed. If you've been watching ZVP over the past couple of years, you would know that it has become standard for Protoss players to move out with their first probe to get here before the expansion gets thrown down, and for the Zerg player to expand elsewhere at the third base location. It became very meta and very standard, but with the advent of the 15-15 opener, that is no longer the case. There are players like DRG that are willing to be a little bit less economic and just be safer in general. So with this, the hatchery is on location, and with this, the spawning pool does finish. The downside of this build is that your gases are late, so link speed is delayed, as your real gas geyser is quite later than normal. With link speed being delayed, it means you are less aggressive, and you can't really harass and punish the third base as much as you would like. That's the downside here. So much more of a defensive, passive opener out of DRG. Meanwhile, behind this, herO going for his gate expand into his tech of choice, and it is going to be a Stargate opener. Okay. Now with this Stargate opener, this should be for oracles, should be for an oracle-based opener, but we casted herO versus Dark earlier today, and we saw that herO, he's willing to embrace a Void Ray opener instead. So could be either or, but should be oracle. We'll see. We shall see. We go, as Ling is going to be shut down in the main. Likewise, Ling did scout and did confirm the Stargate opener. Not aware of the initial units, but aware of the Stargate, and there it is. Oracle is on the way. So it looks like a standard build here from herO, just going for an Oracle opener into a third base, into triple Oracle, into Twilight Council Forge. So nothing too crazy here out of herO. Meanwhile, DRG just settling into his 3-base setup, spreading his creep, droning up as well. Everything's looking as it should. Is DRG the real Dongregyu? Yes. I see some people asking in the chat. Yes, it was a couple of years ago that Dongregyu officially name changed to DRG. Fun fact. I remember casting him and calling him Dongregyu, and eventually we were corrected. I think even, I think, to be fair, I think we asked Crank about it, and Crank said that he's okay with either one. But I think officially is DRG now. Which, I mean, people would call him it back in the day anyway. Would call him that anyway. As we do get a surround there on the first two adepts. Good catch from DRG. Meanwhile, behind this, third base is on the way for herO. And he is going to be moving out with his oracles. DRG, he's droning, is not making lings, so he will not punish the dead adepts. He won't be able to harass this third. As oracles, oh my god, they dive on top of the queen! And they do get a kill. Queen goes down. Oracle did take a lot of hits, did take a lot of damage. But a good pick up nonetheless by herO. Slowing down that queen count, forcing another to be built. Across the map, Overlord's being shut down. There's that transition that we spoke about. It's going to be a Forge and a Twilight Council. Should be +1 and Blink on the horizon here for herO. Charge is also a viable follow-up, but I imagine it's going to be Blink. We'll see. We shall see. As there it is, Blink is on the way for herO. Behind this, third base is getting up and running. We are getting it up, and herO still just being active with these oracles, picking off whatever he can. Gets a couple of drones in the main, gets 3, gets 4. Oh my god, 4 workers in the main base, plus a queen. And I believe herO, yeah, he has not lost a single oracle so far. Good damage dealt. And DRG, again, it's on him to minimize his losses. And has been having a hard time. Behind this, that's a Baneling Nest, not a Roach Warren. This could be Ling Bane into Hydras, by the way. This could be a Hydra-based composition from DRG, as he has avoided the Roach Warren. Yeah, no Roach Warren out of DRG. Oracles, they do slip in, looking for more damage. Lings are amassing, we're setting up for a big counterattack. Yeah, 20 more Lings on the way. And we're going for the all-in. Okay, now we know it's going to be a Ling Queen. Oh, sorry, a Ling Bane Queen all-in out of DRG. He's cut workers. He's not making any more drones, cutting workers at 52. It's a 3-base all-in from our Zerg player, and herO has yet to confirm. No shield batteries, by the way. No shield battery at the natural. 1 shield battery here at the 3rd base. He doesn't know what's happening. Doesn't know what's going on. Drones are going down, but we don't care. We dive on the army. Banelings are rolling in. They're going for the mineral line. The Stalkers, they get surrounded. They get shut down. Blink is not done. The Oracles fall as well. The Banelings, they don't quite bust in. But damage is being dealt, and herO, he's caught with his pants down. He wasn't ready for this. The shield battery's depowered. Ay, ay, ay. And every Stalker falls. Yeah, DRG just catching herO off guard. The Queens are slowly pushing on forward here. Zoning back the army. We are throwing down additional shield batteries, but the Ling run by the Ling flood, it doesn't end. It does not stop. We get into the main base. herO, he did amazingly with his Oracle Harass. He was killing so many workers. He killed a queen, but it didn't even matter because we just went for the all-in anyway. Shield battery goes down. Wait, are we holding? Bafi, we're holding. herO. Who needs shield batteries? Who needs an overcharge when every queen is going to be going down? The mineral line is left safe and sound. He may have lost Stalkers, but herO, he survives. Oh my god, looking at the units lost tab, that was 85 Lings, and we killed the shield batteries, we denied the overcharge, we were killing Stalkers, but the blink control there and the positioning from herO was just too good, and as soon as I saw the Lings fall, I was like, hold up. I was like, wait a minute. Something's not quite right. herO, he survives. And he barely lost anything, and now he's miles ahead. herO, he's miles ahead. DRG, he just starts up with his Lair. He just starts up his Roach Warren. +1 Carapace is on the way. He's droning. This is all so late. Like, DRG, he has a lot of catching up to do. Ay, ay, ay. I thought that was it. I was about to say that DRG, he's doing what Dark could not. If you remember, Dark also failed an all-in against herO. But it looks like DRG does the same. As herO now is just settling into +2. Prism is on the way to go for a big counterattack. The wall is up and running. How many gateways do we have? We have 8 gates. Oh god. We have 8 gateways. We have so much here to push out across the map. DRG trying to do whatever he can. He will get the Cybercore. Nice pick off. Cybercore goes down. That does mean that we can't reinforce with Stalkers, but we can warp in Zealots. And here comes the counterattack. herO, he has so much to work with. There we go. Zealots are on the way. Lings are trying to engage. Stay Strap goes off. We have an Oracle to support. It should be focused down. But herO, he's cleaning this up. The Lings, we're running out of steam. We're running out of army. DRG in a lot of trouble. We dive on top of the Queens. GG gets called, and herO will take game number 1. GG. What's crazy about what just happened? herO had no idea what was happening. Remember, if he had seen this coming ahead of time, we would have seen more shield batteries. We would have seen a stronger response, as we saw against Dark. But herO had the 1 shield battery that got depowered instantly. The overcharge was wasted on the shield battery. We had 2 more on the way in a panic, right? We were warping in desperately here back at home. herO should have been dead in the water, but no. He says no, not today. He lives, he survives, and he bounces back hard. GG, herO takes a 1-0 lead. And I'll be honest, that's a bit of a demoralizing loss there for DRG. Where, like, I mean, what more could you have hoped for, right? Like, there was no scout, there was no preparation, there was no shield battery, because the one shield battery that was there was depowered instantly as well. Like, that was best case scenario for DRG, and it still failed. That's scary. that's a little bit concerning. Oh boy. And here we go, we're getting into game 2. It's gonna be on Oceanborn. My heart goes out to DRG, really does. And yeah, we'll see if he can hold on to his mentality here. Can bring it back. And here we go. We're getting into our next game. We're getting into... Sorry, just catching up with the chat. We're getting into game number 2. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss. The red Protoss player representing CranKy Z Gaming. Leading the series 1-0. Surviving the all-in in game 1. And looking damn impressive in the aftermath. We have herO. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player once again going for a 15-15 opener. We have the blue Zerg DRG. And again, hopefully he can just shake off game 1, reset his mindset, come into this with a cool, calm, and collected head, and bounce back in game number 2. As a reminder, it's a best of 5. It is a best of 5 grand finals. Plenty of games ahead of us. Plenty of opportunity for DRG to bounce back. I want to believe. So once again, it is a 15-15 hatchery into our spawning pool, into delayed gases here for our Zerg player. herO scouts and herO confirms. So herO should be feeling pretty safe. And with that, we are going to be settling in. As herO, he's going for a gate expand into his Cybercore here on the low ground. Getting into his standard opener. Meanwhile, DRG settling in as well. Just going to be calming things down. And easing into game number 2 for now. I don't expect herO to deviate too much based on the pylon placement. We could go for something like Twilight Council, but I'm feeling a Stargate opener once again out of herO into Oracle. There's no reason for him to really switch things up. Can just play out his game. Really, my eyes are on DRG. I almost said Dark. My eyes are on DRG here. How do we adjust and what do we whip out on Oceanborn? Now, we spoke about Oceanborn in the Dark series about how all-ins are a lot more commonplace here on this map. And Dark even attempted an all-in on herO on Oceanborn, which did fail. And a big reason as to why it can work a little bit better is because there is no point of elevation. There's no high ground advantage at the third base. Likewise, not really at the natural either. The ramp to get up to the same point of elevation at the third is here in the center of the map, so you can actually waddle your queens across, commit with a roach push, a roach all in, and you can achieve quite a lot of success with it. At the same time, as I mentioned that, I feel like DRG should be playing a much more standard game here. After a failed all in, do we really all in 2 games in a row? I'm not really feeling that. We'll see. We'll see how DRG approaches this. But now Adept is moving out across the map. Both Adepts even are going to be moving out. Lings are amassing for DRG. As a reminder, because of the delayed gas, herO, he's safe. Like, he's safe to just poke and prod. As he commits to the shade, my apologies there. A bit of an overextension. I was not expecting herO to just dive right on in. I was going to say that he can dance on the edge of creep. He can deny creep tumors and, you know, be safe against the Lings. But herO, he bleeds out an Adept very early on. A little bit distracted. Ling run by does get eyes on the Oracle opener. DRG aware of what's going on. And a pretty nice start. Pretty good start here from DRG. Killed the Adept. Getting into Ling speed. And we'll see if DRG can punish this third. Meanwhile, the Oracle rotating into the main. Manages to get one drone. Oh, almost gets a second. Does get a second worker as well. Good damage dealt here by herO. Gets 2 drones, backs up. Likewise, the third base across the map is going to be threatened here. We're going to surround! DRG sees an opportunity, he pounces on it. He does get the Adept. Good pickups here by DRG. Across the map, Oracle tried to go in. Was deflected. And DRG, he doesn't delay the third base, but he does get a couple of Adepts. Like, these are efficient trades. Very efficient trades here by our Zerg player. As the Oracle dips in, gets 1 drone. Nothing too major from herO yet. Still threatening those bases. Going for the stasis in the main base, and DRG, does he react? He does! Does pull away in time. Only 1 drone is stasis, and from there, herO, he can back off behind this, getting into his transition. Setting up for it as he throws down additional gateways. Actually, okay, so he delays his Twilight Council, he delays the Forge in favor of a big warping of Adepts. Or he's going to be harassing with the Adepts instead, for now. He also went for a 4th Oracle. Oh my god! He went up to 4 Oracles, denies the 4th. Okay, herO trying to redeem himself for his earlier losses. Oracles threatening that 4th base once again. At the same time, 2 Oracles, they dive into the natural. We got 4 workers and back up. Good damage dealt so far. Not a single Oracle has fallen, and we're going into Sky. Oh my god! I was waiting for the tech. I'm like, yo, this Twilight Council's late, and it's because we don't have one. We're going for a Stargate and a Fleet Beacon. We're rushing into Sky Toss. herO, he's an animal, and he's still doing more damage. Oh my god, the Oracle survives. 1 HP. Does get away. We've killed 9 drones so far. The Oracle barely does live. We can regenerate those shields. We still have 2 more Oracles harassing here on the right-hand side. As a reminder, 2 Oracles do one-shot drones. We're going for the Queen. Oh my god. We're going for the Queen, and we do not escape. Again, the Revelation was a little bit too greedy there. The Oracle goes down. Another did barely survive on 4 HP as well. But we bleed out finally 1 Oracle, but again, that's a little bit scary. So this playstyle from herO, he's being as aggressive as possible. He's just being as assertive as he can to keep DRG pinned back while herO is greedy. Again, herO doesn't have charge, no blink, no immortal production, no colossi. He's going straight for a 4th base, and he's rushing into carriers. Like, this is his army. This is all he has. Like, a handful of Adepts and 2 Stalkers. That's all he has. But he's getting away with it. Like, DRG's droning. DRG, he's droning. He's resaturating his bases. He doesn't have much of an army himself. He can't push. He can't harass. Baneling Nest on the way. +2. Roach speed. 11 drones in production. There is no sign here that DRG is going to be pushing. There's no sign here at all. Which means herO is fine. He's safe and sound. And he gets away with it. Or he's getting away with it. Lings are going to be poking in. They do threaten the natural, but we do have a full wall. Ling gets eyes on the 4th base. And we have yet to reveal our hand. Again, the carriers, they're hidden in the main base. We still don't know what's going on. DRG, he's spreading creep. He's amassing roaches. No hydrogen, no spire. DRG has no idea that he needs to prepare for the incoming Skytoss army. And the question becomes, when will he find out? When will DRG figure things out here? The sooner it is, the better. The later, the worse. Oh boy. As we do end up throwing down a Spire. I believe this is for Mutas. I believe we have yet to really determine. Oh, I say that. We may have caught a glimpse of the carriers. We may have. As DRG is running up to 80. And he's amassing a Ling Ravager army. Now the question becomes, yes, we have Skytoss. And yes, Ling Roach doesn't do anything to these carriers. But we could still break a base. We could still kill the 4th. Or the natural. Or the 3rd. And here we go. Here we go. The army has been spotted. Stasis Trap does go off. Catches some of those things. Roaches are pushing forward, though. We dive on top of the Stalkers. And again, there are only 2 Stalkers on the ground. Force fields are thrown down. Carriers are revealed. And the Roaches are desperately trying to bust into the mineral line. Good force fields, though, out of herO. Here come the Banelings. The Banelings are rolling in. And they do bust in. 16 probes go down. Good damage is dealt. And yes, the carriers will clean this up. But with the completion of this Spire, we're getting into Corruptor production. And we get a kill on the Nexus. It was an expensive trade, though. You can see DRG plummet in supply. He threw away a lot of his army to kill a base. And now here comes the counterattack. And how many carriers? 6. A 6 carrier counterattack. We have 12 Corruptors to defend, plus Queens. Is that enough? Because it's from 6 to 8. Yeah, 2 more carriers just now finishing up. Void Rays as well. We can always recall. Queens are amassing. Corruptors are popping out just in time. And DRG, can we hold on? Corruptors are revealed. At the same time, a big link counterattack. Hitting the third base to do recall in time. And we save every single carrier. Clutch recall there at a herO. Oh! That is a cancel. That is a cancel on the third base. Once again, DRG did throw away a lot of supply to make that happen. And now it isn't just mass carrier. Now there's a mothership. Now there are Void Rays on the way to help deal with the Corruptors. herO's economy isn't amazing, but I still would say it's comparable to that of DRG's. I'm going to say that we have 80 workers for DRG. herO, I believe, is long distance mining. Doesn't have efficient mining going on right now. DRG is remaxing. The Zerg player is going to be able to max out first. We have 19 Corruptors. Soon to be 25. That's a lot of Corruptors. They are on 0-0. They're soon to be on +1 carapace. That is true. The upgrades are a little bit lacking. But the quantity is there. Still a lot of Corruptors. Now, what does herO need? Void Rays. Void Rays and Archons. But we are lacking in a ground army entirely. And we're going for a big counterattack. We run into the Corruptors. We spot the main army. We commit here across the map to the fourth. Banelings are crashing in. herO, he's out of position. The fourth base is going to go down. A big pick up there from DRG. That is a kill on the Nexus. Now, what I should mention here, yes, herO, he is down in economy, he's down in bases, like he's hurting economically, but his army. We haven't lost any of our Skytoss units. We've lost Oracles, yes, but we haven't lost a single carrier. The carrier army, the Skytoss army, it's building up and it's getting better and better. So even though herO, he's struggling and he's being forced all in, this push could still end the game. This move out could end the game. DRG may have to resort here to a base trade. As we are pushing forward, how many Corruptors do we have? 27. Slow zone is thrown down. Prismatic alignment is going to be activated. And the Void Rays are going down. One after the other. Void Rays, they are falling. And it looks like we have enough to hold on. DRG shuts down the army. Gets one, gets 2 carriers and the mothership as well. They forced the all-in, and DRG, he does have enough. I believe. Oh, it's getting close. Yeah, we're down to 4 carriers, and we have reinforcements. We have 11 more Corruptors on the way. And at the same time, the third base has been broken. It was all or nothing for herO. It was all or nothing. And now he's running out of supply, running out of army. He almost has nothing. And we have a series. herO trying to spice things up, rushing into Skytoss. He is punished for it. GG gets called, and DRG takes game number 2. Let's go. Let us go. We are going into a tied up series. Not quite an ace match. You know, it's a best of 5, so not quite an ace match, but DRG does put a point on the board. He does fight back. Very important here that he stops herO from getting too much momentum and getting too out of hand. GG. Again, rushing into Skytoss is a risky thing to do, and even though the initial Roach Ravager, even though the initial ground push from the Zerg player wasn't able to kill any carriers or deal any damage to the army, we did kill the third. Very important here, though. Essentially, we forced the all-in. We killed the third, we killed the fourth, we denied the economy. It was all or nothing for herO. And with that, we're tied up. We're going to game 3. going to game number 3. Again, we'll see if we can, or we'll see who gains momentum in this series. We'll see who can take a lead here. Will it be our Zerg player or our Protoss? We're getting into our next game, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Alkione, we have our South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss representing CranKy Gaming, being forced into a tied-up series. It is herO. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the blue Zerg representing himself, going for a 12 pool. Oh my god, going for a 12 pool. It is DRG. Let's go. Okay. Interesting. So DRG going to be opening up quite aggressively here on Alkione. Interesting choice. We'll see what he can accomplish with this. As the spawning pool is about to finish up, Overlord is on the way. herO skirting around the edge of the map. Interesting scouting pattern here. Oh, he's got oh my god! We have a cannon rush from herO against a 12 pool. Lings are amassing, by the way. And what's important here is that I believe we should be able to defend if we get a read on what's going on. herO, he does see the lack of expansion. He's checking the gold. He's checking the gold base, which means he won't see the Lings. Or will he? The probe heads on over. We're checking for the gold base. It has not been taken. herO a little bit puzzled about what's going on. And that means that the probe scout misses the Lings. We don't see how early that spawning pool is, but he goes for it. There we go. He walls off. He's going for a zealot. He does see the base. He does see the Lings. He now knows what's going on. And he fully walls off. Second pylon's on the way. Cannon as well. Now again, what's important is that this gate forge opener, it should be fine here against a 12 pool. Should be perfectly fine. The Lings, they apply some pressure. Cannon's about to finish. And herO will defend. But remember, he wanted to cannon rush back. And he has no natural base. His Nexus is heavily delayed here. So I want to give the edge to DRG. DRG, he may not have dealt any damage, but he disrupted the plan of herO. He stopped the cannon rush. He delayed the expansion, forced a big reaction. And we're in an interesting game state. So, on the one hand, yes, herO's Nexus is very late, but so is DRG's, right? The Zerg player's hatchery is also quite delayed, and now we're stuck droning as hard as we can. Again, a very interesting game state where both players are just trying to get back into their economy as quickly as possible. Ooh, that is a fast plus. Oh my god. I mean, we have the forge. May as well make use of it. May as well make use of it here. As herO, he's going for a very fast +1. This could lead into a 2-base all-in, by the way. Like, this could hit hard. Adept is going to be able to waddle away. Remember, there are no gases here for DRG. Gas income has been quite delayed, so no Ling speed. There's that Twilight Council. It's going to be a Twilight Council opener. It makes sense because of the +1. This could be charge. This could be a +1 charge all-in, or it could be a +1 blink all-in. I don't expect glaives with +1. That typically doesn't really make much sense. +1 upgrades don't really benefit glaive adepts as much as it does the other units. So we'll see. We'll see what herO goes for as DRG is taking his third base. Again, just droning up as best as possible. I'm just really curious to see what we go for. And there we go. It's Blink. It is going to be a Blink opener. So Blink first. This should be leading into a Gateway Explosion. I mean, herO, he could just take a third and go for a longer game and go for a +2 timing. But I feel like we want to be assertive early on. I feel like we want to be in the face of DRG. We'll see. As the probe is moving out. Hey, he's taking a third. He's crazy. Oh my god. Okay. We're going for a third base. This is a really interesting dynamic here because, again, there's no Gateway Explosion. There's no harass across the map. There's no scouting either. We skip the Adept, so no Adept Scouts. Or the Adept is chilling here back at home defending against the Lings. We're getting into the mid-game. Okay. We're getting into the mid-game. We're not hitting a timing with +1, but we can hit a timing with +2. We can get into a really fast +2 instead. Meanwhile, DRG throwing down his own Roach Warren at around the 4-minute 50, 4-minute 40 mark. Standard timing here from DRG. Or I should say more of a safe timing here from DRG. Is going to be droning up a little bit as he is making a decent amount of Lings. Good chunk of Lings on the way. DRG, it looks like he wants to try to punish his third. Can he force a cancel? Can he deny the third base? Lings, they have been spotted. Blink Stalkers, they're not ideal to defend, I'll be honest. They struggle against Mass Ling. But we do have a shield battery. We do warp in. Lings, they do collapse on this. They go straight for the shield battery. Stalkers, not where they need to be. Ooh, and this is dangerous. We can go straight for the Stalkers as well. Yeah, DRG wreaking havoc with these Lings. And expanding is going to be so difficult. We do throw down the force field. The boys are being pulled. And pretty good force fields actually here out of herO. Does minimize that surface area. Does barely defend. Whew, that was... I'll be honest, any lesser player most likely would have lost their Stalkers there. They would have lost their Stalkers and maybe even more than that. +2 is now on the way. We have the Bay for Colossus production. herO building up his third. Again, just a really odd game state here from herO. But I'm here to embrace it. I'm ready for it. Give, papi, give. Here we go. As both players are backing up, they're saturating. We have our fourth on the way. I'm just concerned here by DRG constantly making more Lings. Like, he's amassing quite an army here. He's cutting workers at 3-base saturation at 66. But there we go. Now he's going to be droning up his fourth. Just delayed his droning. Going for the Spire. Observer somehow slips into the main. DRG sees. He's trying to hunt it down. The Observer, do we scout the Spire? Oh, we do. Big scout here for herO. He does get eyes on the Spire. He knows what's going on. Does have Blink at least. But he will need a Stargate.
Glorious combat is upon us.
So herO is aware. Lings, they take control of the Zalnaga. Moving out. I'm hoping that herO clicked on it. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if he did. The Observer saw the Spire, but did herO see the Spire? Because if he didn't click on it, this could look like a Spore. That's the problem here. The Spire can sometimes look like a Spore if you don't really pay attention. And I don't see a Stargate from herO. Uh-oh. The main base is vulnerable. The natural is vulnerable. No side defense either. That would be a sign that herO would know what's going on. He hasn't reacted. The side defense is only here at the fringe bases. herO! As instead, he's going to be focusing on his push. I mean, he's building up towards the second Colossus. He's pushing forward. I mean, making mutas right now, we can't quite pull it off. herO, he is going to be committed. Pushing right through the center. DRG forced to make roaches, not mutas. Does catch a queen. Warping in with additional Stalkers. And again, if herO did see, then his answer to that is going to be to try to break DRG before he can actually make use of those mutas. Block Runby is coming in. Ooh, and this is forcing herO back home. He's turning all the way back around. Doesn't want to lose his fourth. Despite herO's posturing, didn't commit. Forced to turn around. And now DRG, he can make mutas. He can invest. There it is. 13 mutas are on the way. He has the room. He has the breathing room for this. herO is still moving out. Still moving out. Dives on those roaches. Oh. We'll be diving on the roaches so far. Decent blinks here out of herO. Good force fields as well. Shuts down some of those roaches. Breaking the base itself. Yeah, the hatchery is going to be going down. DRG cannot engage. At the same time, Ling run by gets deflected. And herO, we got to go here and now. As where are the mutas? They're moving out across the map. They're moving out across the map, which means DRG has even less at home to defend. Can he hold? Can he hold on as the mutas? They get across the map. They get into the fourth base. They deny any kind of mining. DRG trying to set up a surround, collapsing on the army. Goes straight for the Colossi. He goes for the Colossi, but it's not going to be enough. herO, he has too much. He's breaking through the Colossi. They stand strong. And yes, even though the mutas, they do a lot of damage across the map, it doesn't even matter. The Roach Ravager crumbles. GG gets called, and herO, he will take a lead in the series 2-1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. What's the best defense? A good offense at times. As herO, his response here to mutas is to just be in the face of the Zerg player. Make sure that you can punish them if they do make mutas. As we saw, there was a lot of resources invested in the mutas that were it was dealing economic damage, true, but it wasn't helping the defense, and we needed everything possible to hold on as herO snowballed out of control. Again, with a pretty good upgrade lead because of the fast +1. Did manage to break through. GG, well played. herO is now 1 game away from taking the series, from becoming this week's champion. DRG has to fight back here and now to force the ace match. Can he do it? Can he pull it off? See in chat, he clicked on it. Thank God, thank God. Did click on it. Thank God. I did see in the chat someone saying that apparently the finals of the Stars War 11 qualifier is currently ongoing, which would be really good. But you know, we're busy with our own finals. We're busy with our own finals, and here we go. We're getting into this, but yeah, hope the matches over there are good. Wish the best of luck to all those players looking to qualify. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Side Delta, we have our South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing DragonKy Z Gaming, leading the series 2-1, 1 game away from becoming this week's ESL Open Cup Asia champion. Onomas is all he needs. Here he is. It is herO. The best Protoss in the world. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player. The blue Zerg was able to fight back earlier, but now he's up against the wall. One more loss and he is out of the finals. The series will end. The pressure is on. Can he bounce back? It is DRG. This time deviating away from the 12 pool into a 15-15. Thank God. Oh my, it was crazy for him to go for a 12 pool in the last game, but this time going for a much safer opener instead. We're calming things down as we're easing into game number 4. Likewise, herO doesn't go for a forge, setting up for a gate expand. Like, both players were memeing things up in the last game, but now we're calming things down. Back to the epic still, exactly. Magnath, he knows, Pappy, he knows. Catching up. herO is allergic to being passive. He is. He is, Pappy. It's just against his nature to be defensive, to be macro oriented. No. You got to be in your face. herO, he's an animal, but we like him for it. That's why he's so great. You know, sure, you got your more macro standard players like Showtime out there. Even MaxPax is more akin to that. But herO, he's all about the chaos. He's all about mixing it up. I mean, hey, how often have you seen a cannon rush in pro play? I mean, herO didn't pull it off, but he wanted to. That's what I will say. He wanted to pull it off. Did want to whip out those cannons. Maybe next game, if we do go to the ace match. It's possible. For now, we're going to be getting to our openers. We have our tech of choice. It's going to be a Stargate here from herO. should be Stargated to Oracle. It's all we've been seeing quite a lot of in this series so far, outside of the last game, because of the Forge. But we shouldn't be seeing too much deviation from herO. And there it is. It is going to be the Oracle opener, leading into additional Oracles, triple Oracle into a third base, into the mid game. So standard opener out of herO. Meanwhile, DRG just going to be joining. We'll be keeping an eye on his gas income. We'll be keeping an eye on his Roach Warren timing. Because if he does throw it down a little bit earlier on, then it could be indicative of an all-in. Outside of that, it's just happily saturating his bases as well. We're just sailing on into it. We're easing our way in towards a longer macro game. We'll see if hero's going to be able to pop off with his Oracle Harass. Likewise, we'll see if DRG can delay the third. For now, third base is on the way. Adepts are being kept at home. herO, he doesn't even try to harass with the Adepts. Does keep them back. Meanwhile, the Oracle moves out, running into some queens. 2 queens at the natural. We have 2 queens in the main. A third base is on the way. DRG so far perfectly safe and sound. Does minimize his losses. Evo Chambers on the way. That should be for +1 melee. Should be for melee. As herO doesn't shade across. Does cancel. And again, it's on DRG to keep up with the movement of these units. Both the Oracle and the Adept. Adept cancels the shade. Oracles, they dive in. We get 2. We get 2 drones. We catch some transferring workers as well. Ooh, 5, 6 drones go down. Big catch there from herO. DRG was holding on, but we saw a weak point. We saw a juicy mineral line. And 6 drones go down, and we barely take any hull damage. A very good start here. A very strong start from herO. As he shuffles around his Oracles. Moving out with his Adepts. The aggression has only just begun. You have 6 Adepts and 2 Oracles. If we see an opportunity, we could even dive on top of a queen. We could go for a queen's a bit out of position. That's a kill on the Spore. A kill on the Spore. Lings are going down. Stasis Trap is denied. Ooh, the Oracles, they take a lot of hits. But the Adepts, they break through the Lings and they're getting into the middle line. Drones are going down. Ooh, we shade into the natural. That's going to be 7 worker kills here. The Adepts, they have been popping off. Really good positioning here in the middle line. The Oracles, they pull back. And the Adepts are being cleaned up, but that was 7 kills in total. We actually shaded into the main. And we're going for the stasis. Doesn't quite connect. Now this is going to trigger a counterattack. DRG, he just cleaned up all the Adepts. He can move out across the map, but back at home, we are ready. We have Stalkers, we have a shield battery on the way. We still have an Oracle as well up in the air. herO is going to be able to hold. So pretty good damage so far. Looking at the units lost out, that's, oh my god, that's 13 drone kills. Did I say 13? 16 worker kills here for 6 Adepts and 15 Lings as well. Very good start for herO. Behind this, he's going to be working towards Blink and +1. We have a Gateway Explosion on the way. I believe that's going to be 8 gates in total. Oh, herO going to be very aggressive here with 8 gate Blink. And there we go. The pylon is being set up to reinforce. This looks like a 3-base all-in from herO. Again, 8 gate Blink can be brutal. And herO, he has momentum. He already has a lot of momentum on his side. Blink and +1 about to finish up. Rocks are being knocked down just so we can keep reinforcing. We do come across the gateway. Yeah, we cancel the 8th gateway. Sorry, the 9th gateway, but it is being rebuilt. And now DRG knows. The Zerg player knows what's going on. He's amassing roaches, but it's easier said than done as we have the supply blocks. There we go. 5 more overlords on the way. We break free, just getting ready to just make nothing but army. And it's on DRG to survive. Stalkers are pushing in. Oh, the Oracles, they did waste some of their energy there. Did waste it, warping in 6 Stalkers at a time. That's a lot of Stalkers. Go on, we focus down some Ravagers. Good target firing there out of herO. Lings, they come in from behind. They do collapse here on top of these Stalkers, but good reaction. They blink away. The Miles. Ooh. We needed a couple more. Wow, said barely not enough. Things they do collapse on top of the pylon. They depowered the gateway. They shut down the reinforcements. Big pick off there by DRG. And we get us around. We almost do. And we force the unsiege. And DRG is holding on. At the same time, we do have adepts across the map. Not like this. The adepts, they get 9 drone kills here at the natural. And again, if herO wasn't forced, or if his warping wasn't denied, then maybe he breaks DRG. It was close. Regardless, the economy has been crippled. herO, he's actually up in workers, and he's working on +1 armor, 2nd forge, charges on the way. herO, he's working on the next step. And there it is. Zealots are warping into reinforce. DRG, he is surviving, but this is not an easy hold by any means. Bleeding out some roaches. We have a big lane counterattack, but we have a orbit available. Shield battery goes down, cannon as well. But we do defend. Yeah, the Lings, they don't deal any economic damage. But herO does pull back. And there's the 4th. I was waiting for it. I was like, is herO going to expand and take a 4th base? Now he is. Takes a 4th. Opens up his natural. The aggression has ended. The aggression has subsided. herO, he backs off. Again, this was essentially a 3-base all-in out of herO. Didn't kill DRG, but it did deal some economic damage. And he's not done. He's done. Never mind. No, he didn't rebuild! He didn't rebuild the shield battery or the cannon. Lings, they come in, they get us around on the forge. herO, he's racing back home. The forge is shut down, is killed. Destroyed. There you go. At the same time, herO trying to push forward, gets surrounded. Gets caught out. But who catches who as herO is going to be able to punish some of these Ravagers. Does focus 3 of them down. Ooh, even getting a 4th Ravager. Very good pickoffs. herO, he still maintains his economic lead. The reality is that he did so much economic damage that even though he wasn't able to break DRG, it doesn't matter. He's still ahead. 2nd Robo's on the way to the bay as well for Colossus production. Good juggling there out of herO. Lane Runby comes in. The site defense isn't done. Ooh, probes are going down. herO, he's across the map. That's going to be 11 dead workers. Good run by out of DRG. herO pulls back. Zella drop into the main base. Zella run by towards the 4th. Ooh, and DRG, can he keep up with the multi-pronged aggression of herO? Zealous, they're getting to the mineral line. Drones are going down still because they push towards the 3rd base. And DRG is being pulled apart. The tri-pronged attack, too much. 18 drones go down. DRG, sure, he killed a couple of probes across the map, but this pales in comparison to the damage that he's taking. herO, he cripples the economy, kills the base, kills 18 workers, and backs off. Does back off. We can see a bit of a desperation move here out of DRG. Rushing on top of the army. Nova goes off, raises some of those roaches. But DRG's pretty all in. He's all in at this point. It's all or nothing. We have to end it here and now. He does catch some immortals, but it's not going to be enough. GG gets called. herO snowballs out of control and takes the series 3-1, becoming this week's ESL Open Cup Asia champion. GG. GG, bye. Congratulations here as herO, he does it. He takes it in the end 3-1. We did see DRG put up a fight and he was able to force a series out of this at least. Punishing herO for rushing into Skytoss. We had a pretty awkward game 3 on Alkiona. Like, I didn't even know what really happened on Alkiona. That was crazy. It was just a very unorthodox game, very scrappy game between our players. But here herO, he was able to barely break through, and again, it was very impressive that DRG, he was able to deny the warp-ins, was able to survive and force back the army, but had lost too many drones, too much economic damage throughout the course of that, he could not keep up army-wise, supply-wise, and he was pulled apart in the end. He was overwhelmed. And congratulations. Congratulations to herO. Again, he has been on fire as of late. Did quite well for himself at IEM. I know people, I mean, myself included, want him to go further. We don't have to talk about the Cure series at IEM, Smoj, but still did very well for himself, and even in Masters Coliseum before that. And I do look forward to seeing more of herO in the coming weeks and coming months. I'm referring to DreamHack Dallas, I'm referring to Gamers 8, and of course the other major events as well. So definitely looking forward to some more herO action. GG, well played. Meanwhile, my condolences to DRG, but a big shout out to him because he made it this far. He made it all the way to the finals, and I mentioned earlier in this broadcast, how it feels like DRG has been overshadowed, or not overshadowed, but overlooked. Feels like, you know, despite his performances and despite his results, a lot of people, you know, they look at Solar, they look at Shin, they look at Dark, for good reason. But DRG is not one to be ignored. You know, he's still an amazing player in his own right. I mean, hey, he beat Gumiho, he was able to bring down Oliveira, able to bring down Creator. Some big wins here for DRG. So I do look forward to seeing more of him in the future as well. Congratulations. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. And with that, it is time to pay out the predictions. Let's go. Time to pay out those predictions and to wrap things up as well. Quickly checking here. Un momento. The Stars War 11 qualifier is still wrapping up. I guess we could try to jump on it. Could try. Not a lot of players there, actually. Yeah. I'll hop over and see what's going on. I'll try to hop over and catch up on what has been going on there. So that is going to be the end of ESL Open Cup Asia. That is going to be the end of this event for now. But I'm quickly hopping over to Europe, and we may end up casting some Stars War 11 Last Chance qualifiers, which is currently ongoing. I believe there's one qualifying spot. Yes, there's one qualifying spot available. And it looks like the finals have yet started. Okay, so quickly just catching up here on what's been going on. In the Stars War 11 qualifier, Geralt took down Young Yakov 2-0. Geralt, he's waiting for either Euthermal or Milky Cow. Waiting for one or the other to make it through into a qualifying match. And we may as well cast. Okay. Beautiful, Pappy, beautiful. So we're going to be going on a short break. When we return, we're going to be live here with the qualifying match of Stars War 11. Again, if you enjoyed this broadcast, then consider following. And this is a weekly tournament, and we cast it every single week. ESL Open Cup Asia. It's been running for 219 editions. Jesus, that's a lot of editions. That's a lot of weeklies. That's a lot of tournaments. So again, do consider following. We're live here every single day on the CranKy Ducklings, multiple times a day, as we're about to go into another cast, and we are also casting ESL Open Cup Europe later on tonight as well. So plenty of content here in these next 24 hours. Tomorrow we're going to be casting some more Stars War 11. Tomorrow we're also casting a 4Jumi show match. As plenty of content here on the CranKy Ducklings. We also have a YouTube channel. We've been casting here on the CranKy Ducklings for what, 6-7 years? It's been a long time that we've been casting on a regular basis. So if you haven't heard of us before, then consider following, because hey, we've been consistent for a long time, and we will continue to be consistent here on the channel, bringing you as much content as possible. Quack, Pappy, quack. We are going to be taking a day off in a couple of days. We rarely do. Again, we're always live here on the channel. But on Wednesday, I am returning to Australia. On Wednesday, I'm flying back, which means I won't be able to cast. Unfortunately, the internet on planes is not good enough to stream, so I do apologize. But it also means I'll be back at my home setup. I won't be casting from a laptop anymore. I do know that there were a couple of frame drops from time to time in this broadcast. I do apologize, and that will be rectified once I am back at my home PC. So that is going to be happening soon. For those that are curious, I'm in Poland. I was in Poland for IEM. I was traveling to Poland for IEM Katowice. I was able to meet, all the casters. I was able to briefly meet and rejoin with like Pig and Zobrigub and Roddy and all the other players there. And it was a great experience. It was a great experience. I did briefly talk about it during some of these streams. It was beautiful. I tweeted some stuff about it as well. So yeah, it was a great time. But I'm going to be returning home soon, in a couple of days. Meanwhile, we're going to be going on a short break. I need some time to set up all the overlays, and we'll be getting ready for the Stars War 11 qualifiers. See you soon. It's going to be either Geralt versus Milky Cow or Geralt versus Uwu Thermal, the YouTube man himself, the replacement man. I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. We'll see you guys soon. Until then, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with some more StarCraft. See you then. Also, follow us on YouTube. We have a Patreon, we have Twitter, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Mastodon, we have Blue Sky, we have everything. Discord. Follow us. See you soon. Bye.